I'm here to tell you to fire your boss. Do it scared. Do it alone. Everybody cannot go with you, and that is okay. So the reality of it is you are holding yourself back. You could be able to reach your financial goals if you build on that business. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. Get out your own way. Welcome to Your Success Stories. I am your girl, Nika Johnson, and I'm going to help you get there. I'm a credit coach and budgeting expert, and I help people take control of their money, baby. Today, we'll be talking about firing your boss. That's right. How many times you keep saying that you're gonna build that business and you ain't did it? How many times you gonna keep punching the clock working at 9 to 5, but when it comes to 6 to midnight, you ain't working in your business? How do you expect to grow your business if you don't water your business? The reality of it is you scared and you keep thinking about everything that can go wrong, but how about everything can go right? So I'm gonna tell you, it's been 3 years since I fired my boss, and I am one of the 40 under 40 recipients in the state of Nebraska. That's right. Budget to Success, Nika Johnson. I've been doing this thing for 3 years and counting. Now, I fired my boss 3 years ago. So for those that don't know, I have over 15 years in the financial sector. I was a previous loan officer in the middle of the pandemic right before I fired my boss. Ultimately, it was something I've been wanting to do for a long time, to be able to work on my exit strategy. So what I was doing is not only would I go to work, but I worked in my business after hours. It was early mornings, long nights. But the reality was I was either going to build somebody else's dreams and goals, or I was going to build my own. And the choice is yours. I know being a boss is not all glitz and glam. And everybody's not meant to be a boss. But if you want to learn how to go from employee to employer, let me show you how. First and foremost, you got a business or is it a hobby? Just because you go file for a LLC and get your EIN number doesn't mean that you have a legit business. How can I show you how to become a profitable business? When I was working in corporate America, I took a huge pay cut. See here, example of what I was making, less than $100,000. And even then, so I was able to become a homeowner. I still was able to invest into real estate. I still was able to become debt free. Mind you, I paid off $40,000 in debt in less than 2.5 years with a 2-income household, less than $100,000. So sometimes it's not always making more money. It's about managing the money that you do make, because as quickly as comes, quickly as goes. And if you can't manage your personal finances, you can't manage your business finances. The reality of it is, what do you really want? But for me, I wanted financial freedom. I wanted financial success. I had perfect attendance. I'm here to tell you, ain't no goddamn badge of honor for taking no days off. When I left, they had to pay me out, because the reality was I was dedicated to my job. And one thing I'm gonna tell y'all, if you're bad employee, you'll be bad employer. Your skill set transfer regardless from job to job, from company to company. So as you was working for somebody else's company, you're gonna be working for your own. So when you was half-assing and slacking, you're gonna do the same in your own business, and that's why it's not profitable. Let me teach you on how I was able to build a profitable business. I didn't make my first 6 figures until I worked for myself. And let me say that again. I did not make my first 6 figures. I was so close. I was close. But I did not make my first 6 figures until working for myself. And I want to teach you on how to be able to make 6 figures, how to maintain 6 figures, and how to can you multiply 6 figures. Okay, can we talk about ching ching ching, dollar bill, y'all? 1, mindset. Fail forward, fail fast. Quit thinking about everything that could go wrong instead of everything can go right. I don't give a damn if it's an oversaturated market. The difference is you. You are your unique value proposition. I was playing a game on social media that nobody else was playing. I wanted to make for sure that I stayed consistent in my business, the highs, the lows, and that I was always going to show up, because that's what counts, consistency. How do you expect customers to come if nobody knows who you are? And I'm not talking about your friends and family. It's not your target audience. It's not their job to be able to buy from you. There's millions of people in the world. Why do you think it's supposed to be your friends and family? Quit being lazy and learn how to market. Be consistent and show up. Change that mindset. When we're talking about business, what is the solution to a problem? What are you solving? What is the demand of your product or your service? How does it make things better? How can you stand out from the crowd? So me being consistent on social media, oh baby, they knew. Come to Nika Johnson if you needed help with your finances. When it came to budgeting, savings, or credit, come to Nika. Nika go get you right. And I had real people, real results. I had the word of mouth, which is so valuable. That within itself was free. That within itself was priceless. So anytime somebody was on Facebook, whoever commented Nika, Boom, I heard me get that alert. I had a note section in my phone, copy and paste it, boom, put it on there. Made a little personal and say hi, add their name, and then copy and paste the message. The reality of it is, I was seeing how many times people will comment my name compared to others in the competition. And what do I need to do to make for sure that people will always remember budget to success? I wanted to make for sure that I built the reputation, that brand awareness, and make for sure that people like, love, and trust me when it comes to doing business. But I need y'all to change your mindset and knowing that you can be able to do it. Change your mindset to know that you got a big business and we're not watering it down. It's not a small. See, I don't like using phrases like that. Small, big, black business owned. It could be a black business, but can I just be a business? You don't ever hear people say white business, white owned. Can I just be a business? Can I just be able to provide good customer service and really care about people? That's what matters to me. But change your mindset, y'all. Your mindset is everything. You cannot and cry and pout and complain and sit in your traumas and your trials and tribulations. You gotta get up and make something shake. It gotta work or it gotta work. Simple as that. Ain't no excuses. That plan A, when I fired my boss, it was just a plan A, no plan B. One thing about it, I didn't file PPP because again, it was a hobby. It was something I've been doing for over 8 years now. Meeting up with people at a local coffee shop. I was charging $50 for 2 hours. I would just, honestly, I didn't care about the money. I love teaching about how people could truly reach their goals because again, only you can define the level of success you desire through budgeting, savings, and credit. I knew in my mind everything that I have achieved in my business that it was going to happen because it was within my mindset. Do you have a millionaire mindset? Instead of saying I'm broke, say it's not in my budget. Instead of saying I can't afford it or I can't, I will, I can, I am. There's so much more power in affirmation. But I am blessed to be here to say, hey, I built one business that budgets to success. They have 7 different streams of income and to be profitable. And I'm not talking about no losses. And it's not a badge of honor to write everything off on your taxes either. Real bosses pay taxes. 2, when we talk about firing your boss and how do you create a profitable business, I'm gonna say your finances. Y'all know I'm always gonna go back to your finances because the reality of it is, let me give y'all an example. I had a client that wanted to get a $20,000 business loan. What happened was on her personal credit, she had $1,000 in collections. Credit score is not good. It was a whole bunch of other things, but I just want to hone in on this example. $1,000 in collections from an old credit card. Didn't pay it off. Other people will tell them, oh, just invest. Don't worry about it. No, I'm going to tell you, fix your goddamn finances because you cannot truly grow in your business unless you get your business and fears in order. And that starts with your personal. If you can't manage your personal money, you're not going to be able to manage your business money. If you can't build business credit unless you got good personal credit. Let's keep it real. People will tell you to build business credit, but you can't. So you want to make for sure that you have your affairs in order. You want to make for sure that you have your personal credit together. So in an example of $1,000 collections accounts, basically, what an underwriter would say is, if you could not manage $1,000, you will not be able to manage $20,000. Does that make sense? Like, how are you asking for more, but with less, you didn't do right? So stop what you're doing and make for sure you like, you comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications. But all jokes aside, what I want you to do is pull your credit report. What I want you to do is pull your credit report from Experian.com. It's completely free. Pull your credit report and see what is currently on there that's holding you back. If you need help, we got a DIY option so you can learn how to do it yourself and fix your own personal credit. There are options. Hire me so I can be able to teach you and take a deep dive in and have a lens of your financial picture and teach you on how to manage your money. I'm not saying you can't do all things, but you could do some things. How are you going to make for sure you're paying yourself first? How are you going to be able to build this business and have 3 months of working capital put up? When you make $10,000 a month, that's not $10,000 of your money. So we need to do things right the first time around. Quit taking shortcuts because then you got to go back. That's like, okay, some of the things is build a business. You need to make for sure you got a virtual address. Do you have a virtual address? And I'm not talking about your home address. Quit being lazy. That is investment. That's going to help you build your business credit. But you do not want people coming to your home if they mad at you or disgruntled. Do you have an actual business website? Are you online to have SEOs, search engine optimization? Do you have a customer service line? Like, we have to start doing business the right way. And when I'm talking to a lot of business owners, they be like, oh, how much is gonna cost? Baby, that's the wrong mindset to have, because why are you always saying how much is gonna cost me instead of how much money is gonna make me? But get your finances in order, okay? If you want that business to grow, get your finances in order because you want to be able to PG, which is personal guarantee, your personal credit, so you could be able to jumpstart that and get more access to money and capital. And if you need more help as far as business on how to start it, build your business credit, make for sure you go ahead and take a look at our business credit ebook that is written by me, no private white label. 3, create a strategy. Create the exit strategy of what do you want and how do you plan on finding your boss? What is your monthly income? So we talked about finances. This is one to piggyback off of that. Essentially is how much is your monthly income? If we could get your monthly expenses down, we need to think about a product or service and what are you going to sell. So for example, when I first started, there's 30 days in a month, for example. Okay, how many days in that month am I going to work? I don't want to work on the weekend. So Monday through Friday, that's 5 days a week. Okay, times 4 within a month, that's 20. So 20 working days. Within that 20 working days, how much money do I want to make? So for example purposes, let's say I want to make $5,000 a month. So 5,000 divided by 20 days, that's going to be $250. That means my revenue goal that I want to make that day is going to be $250 to be able to reach my bottom line. Okay, so when I first started, I think about like, what is my expenses and how much do I need to bring in to cover that? And then I start setting higher goals to be able to surpass this. Okay, 5,000, can we get to 7? Can we be able to get to 10? But being realistic and have realistic numbers. Sometimes when I talk to a business owner, they're like, how much money you want to make a month? And they'll give you like some drawn out number and it's like, you're not even making that now. You making $2,500 a month. So make it make sense, okay? So make for sure that you are breaking down those numbers. And if you need more help, comment down below so I can be able to help you. 4, I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Get a merchant account. All jokes aside, get a merchant account, because if you want to be able to help grow and leverage your business, get a merchant account. You got QuickBooks, you got Shopify, you have Stripe. Those are just a couple to be able to name off, but get an actual real merchant account. So you can take multiple payment options and not just taking cash. I really don't believe in just taking cash, okay? But also make for sure that you're doing things right. And this is why I love really educating some of y'all. Some of the things that I did, like when I first fired my boss, is that I knew my number that I needed to make. I made for sure that I had something that I could be able to continuously to upsell, downsell, cross-sell to my customers, to be able to make for sure that you are paying attention to your retention of your existing customers and not always chasing new. Because if they shop with you once, they will shop with you again. They already have built that trust factor, as long as you deliver based off of what you said. Another thing is, how can I get my brand into the reach of others? So I was picking up teaching jobs. So I taught at a community college. I taught at, programs. For example, this organization that paid $50 if I did a lunch and learn session. And I was able to split that with somebody else. Or if I did it by myself, I was doing those type of things just to make money no matter what. I was taking all I-ends jobs that was still financial literacy based and not forgetting who I am, because that was going to be able to expand my reach. I also joined boards and organizations, because you never know who knows who and watching you. Some people may be putting your name in rooms that you ain't never entered in. So the reality of it is, you gotta put in that work. You need to network. You need to make for sure you look the best, stay the best. You hear that saying, dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have. Another thing that I was able to propel me is content creation. There is millions of users on social media, but by creating content, I was able to get my brand in the face of people that I may never had the exposure or reach to. Content creation, y'all sleeping on that. But essentially, find your boss is pray about it. Since looking back and find my boss, my life has just leveled up 10 times. Buying another house, buying multiple cars, traveling more, to be able to have more time with my child. That's what matters to me. To be able to eat dinner together, to be able to go to her activities, to be able to volunteer at her school if I wanted to. To be able to know that when my grandparents is of age, that time is the essence. One thing I always say, like, I can't always get that time back, but I can always go make money. So knowing that I could fire my boss, having more time on my hand, that sometimes you ain't gotta keep showing up for the world when you can't show up for yourself. Fire your boss. Some of y'all are sitting on great ideas, but you just lack the execution. And the reality of it is, you cannot be mad at somebody else when they enter the market and you was like, oh, I had that idea, or oh, they copied off of me. No, nobody copied off of you. You ain't the only one that has a great creative mind or a thought process, but the difference is that they did it, they executed. You know different from your competition. To be real, the only difference is your competition is better at marketing. You ain't gotta be the best that you gotta do, but you need to market so people know who you are. I'm here to tell you to fire your boss. Do it scared, do it alone. Everybody's not gonna understand, but I'm gonna say this, just like when you're traveling, you got different modes of transportation. You could take a plane, it got 300 seats. You could get a private jet, it got 12 seats. Everybody cannot go with you, and that is okay. Get around and get some accountability partners. Go to the networking events. Quit feeling like your friends need to always come with you, because they are not. But when I look back in the last 3 years, I don't regret anything that I have done. If anything, my life only got better. So the reality of it is, you are holding yourself back. You could be able to reach your financial goals if you build on that business. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. Get out your own way. I am here to tell you, stop what you're doing and make for sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications. Talk to me so I can talk to you and work through this, because I know I was scared. I was praying, I was crying, and I built my business. When I first started, I did it in a depression. I'm here to tell you that I'm no different from you. If I can do it, you can do it. You are looking at 40 under 40 recipient for 2023. This black girl that grew up out the hood made a way out of no way. So I'm here to tell you, baby, what you waiting for? The world is waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Go be great. And before we get out of here, I just got one question for you. Is that in your budget? Yeah, let me know.